to go live, but the time reached, so we just had to make it happen. We're building this plane in the air. So hello everybody, welcome to another session. SE is over, NGSA is nearly over, so it's time to focus on the CSEC students. We are going to do some CSEC maths today, multiple choice revision. So let's just jump right into it. Let me send myself down in the corner here. Press like, whatever else you have to do, share it up. I should be streaming on the right pages right now. So let's just jump right into it. So CSEC students, we begin late night session with Uncle Springs. Good to have you here. Some of you all may be on TikTok. I can't get it to stream on TikTok right now. No. Some of you all may be on Instagram. I could stream it to Instagram, but I didn't. Next time I will. So please share with everyone. I'm going to start in a few seconds. Let them know to come on. We're doing some revision here. We already have 127 people online. In the meanwhile, you all can do number one. We are going to do an entire 60 questions of revision. I have some people on Facebook. I can't see the face. If you're on Facebook and you're watching this, say hello. If you're on Facebook and watching this, say hi. I can't see the Facebook views. I know there may be one or two of you all watching on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook, big up yourself. And there are some people on the Cohen Springer channel and the Student Hub channel. So I want to shoot it out to all the channels that I can. And I think it's time to begin now. So as fast as we can, we're going. Hey, first of all, big up Shan. Yeah, you want to know the thing? Deja. I mean, this will be here. So if you have a plan, I'm only taking an hour. It's a speed run. So speed run, am I right? Speed run. So let's see if we can get this done in an hour. So there won't be too much explaining, right? I'll just be going. But the thing with these multiple choice, you want to memorize all the methods that I use. So that when you see them, you can do it really fast. So on your marks, get set, go. What's the answer for the first one? D. -3 squared is 9, and -2 to b squared is 4. 9 and 4, 13. D. We good to go. Next one. What's the answer for the next one? Aye, my back hurting, right, boy? Why is my back hurting? Must be because I carrying here. I'm carrying all these students into the exam. We can't just kidding. Anytime I say anything ridiculous like this, I end up seeing myself tag on little snaps on TikTok. Okay, so we move in. What's the answer for this one? The value of 6 in the digit here. That's 6/10. So B is the The value of the digit 6 in the number 48.621 600ths. Why people saying A? Are they confusing me? Yeah, they confuse the enemy. Not me. I am not the enemy. Why are they saying A? 6. This is the 10th. Or going now with the chat. I need the chat to catch yourself. Probably I jump out with no warning. So the chat, catch on yourself. We're about to speed it up now. We're going a little faster. Just catch on yourself. Why are they say A? All right. What number when added to 1 and 1/3 gives 2? I'm just going to repeat again. So the answer is B. So 2/3 will make this a whole, and it will get to that. I don't know what to tell her. Yeah? The next term in the sequence, so 1, 6, 13, 22, 33, what's happening here? So first thing when you get a sequence is always to check how much is increasing by. This increased by 5, this increased by 7, this looks like increased by 9, this is 11. So we sequence of odd numbers. So this is going to increase by 13, so 46 is the goal. Why? They're saying 52. Are they just guessing? Ganesh! Check yourself before you wreck yourself. As a matter of fact, Ganesh, just press like on this stream one time. Like is always locking. Everybody locked in? If you're locking, What is the least number of apples that can be shared equally among? So anytime you see this, you know that's LCM. This is a repeat, but we've seen 6, 10, and 15 here. So 6, 10, and 15, we're looking at 30 is the first number that all of them will go into. The LCM of 6, 10, and 15 is 30. Certain amount of money shared among J, Troy, Jordan, 2, 3, 9. Troy receives 40 more than J. Troy receives 40 more than J. That represents one part. So one part represents 40. How do I know it represents one part? 3 minus 2. One part, right? That's Troy part minus J's part. So if one part, then amount of money shared, how many parts in all? 2 and 3 is 5 and 9 is 14. So we want 14 times 40. So what's the answer? Yeah, let my back just hit maybe I just kind of taking a little stretch. So one part is 40. And just know how many parts you have in all? 14. So you're looking at 560. 14 times 4. 14 times 4 is 56 plus 0, 560. You understand? So all the parts, 14 parts, would be 40 times 14. It's 560. I know it's 562 because 10 by 40 is 400. So that doesn't cross out everything already. And I still have 4 by 40 to do. That's 160. All right, so if P is this, 2, 3, 5, 7, and Q is 2, 3, 6, and S is 2, 4, 5, the union of everything is going to be everything, but you don't need to double count. So 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So D is the answer, and we keep on going. Big up all the SEA students, but SEA done. So CXC students now, SEA students, they can pop in and then pop back out. I mean, if you want to scare yourself and see your future, what's going to happen in the next 5 years, free up yourself. The shaded region represents, that look like everything outside of the intersection. So P intersect Q, complement. That shows everything outside of that region. P intersect Q, complement B. And we keep on pumping. I think we're starting to pick up some speed now. We're starting to pick up some speed. This is not for NGSA students. If you're an NGSA student, you shouldn't be on this. The elements of the set X 6 to 10, where X is an integer, are, now we're not including 6. So if you see 6 here, but we're including 10. So you see how there's this less than or equal to sign here. So we want 10, but we're not including 6. It's just more than 6. So C is the answer. I hope you're all practicing and memorizing as I'm doing this, seeing the little different methods and means of getting the answers here. M is PQR, N is PQ. Which are the following statements sets about sets M and N are true? Yes, this is a subset of that. So this is looking good. M union N is M. No. M union N is N. Hold on. Sorry, this is not true. M is not is the other way around. N is a subset of M. Good thing I checked the others. Because this one, I'm starting over. Permission to start over. So M, this mean is a subset of N. Is the other way around. N is actually a subset of M. You understand? And M union N is M. This is actually true. M union N, both of them together, I can just call it M. This one is not true. M intersect N is an empty set. That's not true. So this is not true. So the answer is B. All right, we get through B. Garnish. Let me big up Garnish there. Let's send up some emojis for Garnish there. Guy, the first one I see Garnish get right off the bat. Well done, Garnish. Number 10, and you get through. 11, all students in a class play Scrabble. Or if wait it, I need to get a rating. Too fast or too slow, just right? Am I going too fast, too slow, or just right? Because it's a speed session anyway. Let me see what the general consensus is. I will listen to the voice of the people. They're saying B for this one, by the way. So one's in fast, 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 little too fast, just right, says Keela. Well, we have a lot of fast. So all right, they want me to slow down a little bit. It's too fast. It's the early stage of revision yet. Early stages of revision. Okay, well, I'll slow down a little bit. But the important thing to take away with multiple choice is the correct answer and how I get to the correct answer, right? Because remember, multiple choice repeats. All students in class play Scrabble or checkers or both. If 36% of the students play Scrabble only, and 48% of the students play checkers only, so I have these two. There's nothing on the outside here because all students play Scrabble or checkers or both. So I don't need to draw that universal set like that. I can just draw the two, put Scrabble here, put checkers there. And what it's saying is this region, I'm highlighting the region of Scrabbles only. What they say that percentage I represent, and what percentage is checkers only. So apparently it's a speed run with a little slowdown because we're in early stages of revision. 36 goes here, 48 goes there. So it's really just to get what percentage of students play both games. That's the and, that's the intersection region there. It's really just to add up and subtract. We just need to add up and subtract, ladies and gents. So 36 plus 48, we're looking at a 4 here at a 84, and the missing piece is B. Yeah, 16% will go inside there. Cool. That was by good speed now, just right. Is that good speed? How many students play tennis but not chess? So chess, every student who playing chess actually playing tennis. This means it's a subset inside it, totally wholly consumed by the tennis set. So Paul and Rema play tennis and chess. But how many students play tennis but not chess? That's Alex, Ali or Ali or whatever, Kayla and Tom. That's 4 students. Not Doug, Charles, or Dora. They don't play anything. So the answer is C. All right, they're saying there's good speed now. Good speed. So if it's good speed, press like, please, wherever you are. If you're on Facebook, matter of fact, press love. Show the live some love, please. And you can take our pictures, post on your story, send it to whoever needs to be here as well. Get your whole study crew. Yeah. It just costs $180. It's being sold at a discount. This is a repeat, right? So the amount on the discount, 10% of 180. Just move the decimal place 1, and you get C. 10%, 10 over 100, multiply by 180, $18. Watch out with this question. A highly repeated idea, but they could switch it up. Instead of asking the discount, they could ask what the price will be. So you'll have to subtract 18 from that. EC 250 is equivalent to US 1, then EC 25 is how much? Well, that makes sense. I will go to 10. If 250 is 1, right? 250 at the EC is 1 at the USD. Then if I raise them up to 25, that makes sense. That I can just multiply by 10. I need to think any kind of thing about this. I need to think about it, right? So for that, just actually let me double check this. Then EC 20. Yeah, that looking good to me. For every sale accounting to $1, a salesman is paid 10 cents. If his sales for a particular month is this, so 10 cents, now you get 1/10 of everything here. So I basically just want 1/10 of the 1020. And that just means move the decimal point like that. So the answer is going to be C. Agreed? Ganesh, you're out here, boy. Jiram, big up you. Seem like you're getting everything correct these days. Number 16, somebody will have to answer that question that Nalini asked. And I don't know the answer to that question. A man's basic wage for a 40-hour week is $160. He's paid overtime at the rate of 1.25 times the hourly rate. If he works 6.5 hours overtime in a certain week, his wage for I don't know. It didn't come in the first time. He's paid overtime at the rate of 1.25 hours. Times the 1.25 times the hourly rate. He works 6.5 hours overtime. So his wage gonna be 160. I need to find out how much he's making an hour. So 1 hour will be 160 divided by 40, right? So that's $4 an hour. $4 an hour. And overtime, so this is normal time, this is basic wage. Overtime wage will be 1.25. So that's $5. 1 is 4, a quarter of 4 is 1, so 1.25 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So overtime wage is $5, and how much overtime was it? 6. 6 by 5 is 30, so I need to add 30 to this for sure. And then 6.5, half of that, half of 5 is 250 as well. So clearly you can see that the answer is D. $192.50. Moving on with our life, number 17. A television set costs $350 cash when bought on hire purchase. Deposit, 12 monthly payments, 30. How much money is saved paying cash? 35 plus, that's the deposit or the down payment, 12 times 30. So 12 3s are 36, so there's 360 plus 35. So this is 10 more than this, plus a 35, 45 more. This comes up to $395 on the hire purchase. But if you paid cash, you just pay $350, so you save 45. Moving on with our life in the late night session. Yeah, not very late night, but a little late. At the end of any year, a car is worth 5% less than what it was worth at the beginning of the year. Car was $9,500 in December, so this comes like the start of 2022 then. Then in January, then at the beginning of this very same year, you understand? Oh, sorry, they wasn't going into the next year. So this is the ending of the year and the beginning. So this is a little tricky question, because it means you don't want to attack the 5% on this one. A bunch of you all doing that right now. And until you're finding 5%. By the way, you can't use your calculator in this. So if you're using your calculator, no, you can't use your calculator in this. Cancel. But if you're finding 5% of that, that's wrong, because the percentage do not attack final values. That's the December value. You can't attack that. So what I mean, we need to figure out what percentage this represents. Turns out that represents 95%. Why? Because 5% reduce. So 95% represents 9,500. So how much will 1% represent? Well, of course, 95 divided by 95. 9,500 divided by 95. Did I say 95,000? 9,500 divided by this 95. That's called finding for one. Just bring it down, right? If 10 apples cost $20, one apple will cost 20 divided by 10, $2. Finding for one. Primary school things. So 100%, which is the original value, is going to be this divided by, I'm just going slower because people ask to go a little slower. This will go into that one time, so 100 times 100 is 10,000. The value is, the answer is C. I mean, we didn't need to go through all of that. We can watch the answers and realize that 5% of this is 500. Can I watch the answers? This was a classic case to do what I have called CETA. CETA means substitute in the answer. More on that in later lives, especially for the advanced students. You will see how powerful that is. A loan of $15,000 was repaid in 24 monthly installments of $750. Total interest. So I need to multiply 24 by this, they say. That's what I need to do there. 24 times 75. And then if I figure out the interest as a percentage of the principal. Okay, look like I have no choice. Look like my hands are tied, ladies and gents. Times 24. So this is 1,500. And this is 0, 4 by 75 is 300. Four by 0, 4 by 5, 2. So this 1 5 in the wrong spot. Let me just make sure I do the right thing. I was trying to do it fast in my head. 2 by 0, 0, 2 by 5. So this should be here. 2 by 0. At my primary school multiplication system, a little broken from teaching the SE, right? I custom multiplying like this from secondary school. So switching, I was just doing a whole bunch of primary school life, so I apologize. Trust me, I know how to multiply. Please believe me. So 2 by 0, 0, 2 by 5 is 10. Where goes the 1? 2 by 7, 1, right. So you have the 150 here, and the 3 should actually be over there. At the end of the day, well, how much money are you supposed to end up with? I'm trying to reduce the size of my eraser. we're supposed to end up with 3,000 extra. Wait, can I just do the 20 by 75 and multiply by the 4, right? So we end up with 3,000 extra. So 3,000 over 15,000 multiplied by 100 over 1, that's 20%. 20%. I'll still have math exams and box hunting. This total is 18,000. So that's 3,000 more than the original price. So to find the percentage, I kind of do this question a little not too nice, but the percentage interest is the 3,000 extra over the 15,000 multiplied by 100 over 1. So at a sale, thanks, Jamil, thanks. At a sale, a discount of $3 off the original price was offered for each book. Daniel paid $46 for 2 books that had the same sales price, original price for one of his books. So a lot going on here. Simple stuff, but there's a lot going on. So what we would need to do is or we could also take one of the answers and work them out. Excuse me. So he have $3 of the original price. 46. So if I divide 46 by 2, that means $23 for one book. But this is after the discount. The original price of one book should be $3 more, which is 26. So let's double check this. So if the answer is if the answer is D, and he walked in the store, like Daniel, he walked in the store and he gave them $26. They say, nah, bro, take that for 23. Well, then he take 2 books for the same 23, and that's why it come out to $46. So $26 is the answer. Why do I have the heebie-jeebies? As it says, let me make sure I'm reading this properly. A discount of $3 off the original price was offered for each book. $3 off the original, so that's 23, right? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we're good. We're cooking the grandpa gas for one of his books, right? So boom. All right, into the algebra. Out of that consumer arithmetic, we starting to speed it up now. So 3x squared plus multiply. Watch out whether they are multiply or add here. So that's 3 by 2 is 6. X squared by x cubed is not x to the power of 6. You have to add the powers. So that's 5. Once there's not negative, I hope there's not negative. I just think it in print well. So that's good. A. Moving forward at the speed I liked. We distribute. Actually, you could substitute. You could hit them as theta here, and it might be faster. So if I put -1 there, I get -3, 5 and -15, -1 there, 3 by 3 is 9. That's not correct. So if I try 3, actually algebra is faster. 1, 5, 3, no, 7, 7 minus 5, 5, 7, 11. Is 11 the answer? So 11 looking promising. 11 is the answer. So all right. So I plugged in each one of them into here and see which one turned out to be the same, and I get like 45 or something on both sides when I use 11. So 11 is the answer. If you had to work it out, the algebraic way, you'll have 5y minus 10 is equal to 3y plus 12. Bring all the y's on one side. So you have 5y minus 2y is equal to 10 plus 12. So in the end, you'll have 22 is 3y. 22 is equal to 2y. So y is equal to 11. When you bring across the 2, 22 divided by 2 is 11. So this is the answer. Very nice, very nice. 23, 7 times the product of 2 numbers. 7 times the product of 2 numbers. That's come real plenty. This kind of phrasing thing. So make sure you know number 23. Product means multiply. Sum means add. So 7 times the sum of 2 numbers will be 7 by a plus b. Understand? Given that 3 star 6 is 3 and 2 star 4 is 0, then a star b may be defined as. So let's see which one works. Let's see which one works in this. So 3 star 6 is 3 and 2 star 4 is 0. If it's a squared minus b, will that work? 3 squared minus 6 is 3. Okay. How about 2 squared minus 4? Is that it? Oh. Why does the first one seem like it works? so right off the bat, the first one it seems like you're doing it. 3 squared, because I'm seeing if A star B could be this. Square the first number minus the second. So 3 squared minus 6. 9 minus 6 is 3, yeah? And 4 minus, man, the answer is 8. The answer is 8. So what a lucky thing. I'm not going to check the rest. So you can check it and see that I don't. I want to finish. So x is equal to negative 2, y is equal to 3, t is equal to 3. Substitute everything here. Negative 2 divided by 3 to the power of 3. This means multiply all of that by itself 3 times. So we know it's going to be negative if it's to the power of 3 because it started off negative. So this will go 2 by 2 by 2, so that's 8. 3 by 3 by 3, so that's 27. Answer is B. So somebody asking me whether I vote in PNM or UNC. And I am going to be voting for so Trinidad and Guyana both have elections coming up this year. Trinidad is earlier. I think Guyana is sometime later down in the year. So real politics going on in both countries right now. And of course, I will be voting for you to get a 1 in CXC. I thought I would, after all these years, get political. After all these years, I don't get involved in politics. Believe you me, I've been courted by quite a few political parties, but I strictly don't get involved in politics. Only love to have an endorsement from some online teacher. 1 over 3 to power x is, which one will work, boy? Needed to be negative, bro. So you can go back on top. You understand? So negative A. Here's why. If it's negative 1, this will be 1 over 3 to the 2 by negative 1 is negative 2. So and since it's negative, to get back positive, I will have to say this is 3 to the power of positive 2, which is 9. So A is the answer for this. Given that A is that, hi Lalita, what's up? Given that A is that, Alejandro is the scene. Seen some big names from my online class here. Then 3A is, well, multiply everything now by 3 now, man. So you out. Because I checked the first one now. Multiply by 3. 3 by 3 is 9. Which one but different here? This number. 3 by negative 3 is negative 9A. Oh yeah. So if you want solutions for anything, www.kerwinspringer.com. I recently uploaded some solutions to multiple choice questions there. You can go and check it out. But the solutions to the paper too, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people have viewed the website probably in the last year. Definitely in the last year. So the determinant of the 2 by 2 identity matrix. What? The determinant. This is the identity matrix. So the determinant is AD minus BC. So 1 by 1 minus 0 by 0. So it's 1. Determinant is 1. Determinant of the identity matrix is 1. Thing to memorize. So will you be doing physics past papers this year? Yeah. Right now we're doing real physics past papers in my class. And we're doing it online in the crash course as well. But I might do some freebies as well, most likely. That's what usually happens. P minus Q, so we're just going to substitute 3, 7 minus negative 2, 5. 3 minus negative 2 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. So the answer is C. Is the solutions free? The solutions on my website is totally free. So Nita from Facebook, Simon. Sunita. Hi, Sunita. Welcome to the study time. Study time, Chicken King. Very nice. Somebody needs to answer this paper for Sunil. I can't help but physics is easy, nothing to worry about. Says Ganesh, who start off this multiple choice, giving me all kind of weird answers. Ganesh, I hope you know what you're doing, eh? Let's keep going. Number 30. RW expressed in terms of U and V is RW. R to W. Let's see. R to W. and that's half v, and that's opposite u. So half of v opposite u, half v minus u. Yes, sir. Is I find this paper really is. If I see any more A's, I'm starting to get worried. There's always somebody who asks this. Ashley, I'm looking for you there. Who asked this question? So when we finish, I don't really know, when the paper done, we finish. We just start. Matter of fact, 12 o'clock, Ashley. 12 p.m. Given that 12 a.m. Given that 1 millimeter is this, I can't believe they tell you what one they give you the conversion. Anyhow, 25,000 milliliters is 2.5. That's easy, given without explanation. The length of, in meters, right? Yes. The length of the edge of a cube that has a volume of 27. So if you have a volume of 27, basically you're saying your volume is 27. You have to get the cube root of 27, which is none other than 3. Yeah, Ashley, I'll see you in the crash course as well. The perimeter of a square is 48. What is the area? 48 suggests that each side is 12, right? To add up to 48. 12 plus 12 plus 12. So the area is 12 by 12, which is 144. So you know anything about electronics and electrical? I know the electronics part. If they have logic gates and stuff, I know that. If they have Ohm's law and them, I know the physics part of it. The height h of PQRS is, they give me the area. Yeah, the area is 65. 65 cm squared. Well, the formula for area of a trapezium is half the sum of the parallel sides by the height. And if they tell me this is 65, and then boom shot, they tell me the parallel sides is 8 and 18. Half of 8 and 18 is like 4 and 9. 4 and 9 is 13. Yeah. So 13, so 65, 13 times 8, so 8 shall be 5. 65 divided by 13 is 5. The height is 5. So when you're doing physics, when you're doing physics, here, tomorrow I have physics class in the evening. So I'm doing a little multiple choice, but we're going to the physics multiple choice and advanced multiple choice at a slower speed. We're breaking down everything in class. I may come online. No, I can't come online tomorrow. I'll let you know. It depends on what happens with the physics class. Might be able to pull it off and do some physics tomorrow online as well. But those of you in my class, well, business as usual. The length of the arc AB, this is 60. This is 60 degrees over 360 in terms of what size of a circle that is, 1/6. So if they told us R is this, the 2 pi R is how you find the circumference. So for arc length, it's theta over 360, 2 pi R, right? So let's just substitute 60 over 360, 2 pi R. So you get 1/6, 2 pi R. Do we see that? No. They take out the 2. Well, the 2 can interact with the 6 to get 1/3 pi R. E. Tricky, but we have it. We have it. Marcy, I will be most present when doing physics. I was going faster than Elizabeth. I did slow down. Big up Mr. Raktu, the student of the HSB class, real good. That is either Miss Ibrahim or Miss Joseph. We have any other HSB teachers? Sorry if any other HSB teachers watching, man. I forget. Sorry, we have quite a few teachers in the student time now. Refers to the about Miss Crystal and Miss Joseph are like the main ones from at the beginning. I refers to the following diagram, which shows a compound shape made up of a rectangle and 2 semicircles. The area of the compound shape. But we just want the area of one circle because this is half plus a half make a whole, and the area of the rectangle. So if this is 15 and this is 27, it stands to reason that these two pieces add up to the missing, like 27 minus 15. 5 from 7 is 2, 1, 12, right? So this is 6 and this is 6. So that means the radius is 6. So that means this is 6 and this is 6. So the rectangle is really length by width, which is 15 times 12, whatever that is. And then what else? The circle, the area of the circle. What do I want? The area? The area of the circle is pi r squared. But r is 6, so this is pi by 36. All right, good. So let's examine what we have so far. It looks like I don't need to find what this is, because what she answers. You all know how to find this? We have the area of the circle. We just found that. That's this. Pi by 36. R was 6, right? So this is pi by 6 squared. We found out that the radius is 6 by this here. We subtracted, divided by 2. So it means if we want to get the area of the rectangle, this is 6 plus 6, 12. 12 by 15 is whatever that is. So that's the area of the rectangle. So far, so good. Why is in the chat if you're following? Why I mean yes? Type Y for yes. Chat, we good? So we want the total area and look how weird they have it here. But it looks like they want to factorize out something. So they have like 15 times 12 plus pi by 36. So if we factorize out 12 out of both of them can give me a 12. It's going to be, is it 15 times 12? Or we could take 36 out of both of them, man. Because this is 15 times 12. This is 5 times 3 times 12. Which is 36 there. Plus pi by 36. So I can factorize out a whole 36 out of this. Get 5 plus pi. 36 by 5 plus pi. The answer is B. So this is a very interesting one. Everybody taking this question. It was real peace. A lot of logic went into this question. You could brute force the question and work out everything and then work out this and see which one is the answer as well. I like that question. Come to the front of the class. The area of a rectangle is 40. Length is multiplied by 4. This is the most repeated question in the world, not even in CSEC, in the world. You see this question here? This is the most repeated question in the world. Anyhow, so this is the area is 40, 40, 40, 40. So if I multiply the length by 4, it multiplies up the area. And the width is halved. So if the width is halved, it divides back the area again. So I end up with 2 whole rectangles. Half, 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 half. So 2 times 40 is 80. The answer is C. All right, Elizabeth. Which shows a compound shape that comprises a triangle resting on a square. Elizabeth says so. It looks like we have logic. Yes, Elizabeth, you do. I believe in you. Jamal, at the ending of this, I'll give you all a rundown on here's Jamal's question. I'll give you all a rundown on this question. How are we going to pass CSEC? I'll give you all a rundown in terms of the maths. Maybe I should do it and post it on TikTok as well. I know this is a popular question. So how much questions does repeat on average? Maybe about 50 out of 60. You understand why I need to do all the questions over and over? Yes, Syra, I believe in you. Do you believe in me? I believe in you. I believe. I'll believe in Syra. Anyone who don't believe in Syra, she loses her wing. Why not? They don't believe her fairy somewhere loses. And the total area compound shape is 35 centimeters squared. Then the height. Why they only gave me all these total area things? So I didn't fed up. All right, 35. This is 5 by 5, so this is 25. 35 minus 25 is 10. So the area of this is 10. And this is 5. So what do you think the height is? Please do not say 2. 5 by 2 is 10, but no, it's a triangle. It's based by height divided by 2. So it's really 4. You understand? 5 times 4 divided by 2 is 10. Based by height divided by 2 is the area. The area is 10. I kind of break it down enough there. You all could watch it over and follow. See if you can follow why it's 4 and not 2. 2 is the common error there. The number of children who have a mass of at least 41 kilograms, at least, that's here and before, 28 and 34, 62. Everybody else have 41 and above. It differs from subject to subject. So like if you do the last 10 years of multiple choice for all these subjects, you're pretty good to go, according to what usually happens. The physics crash courses start this Thursday. So it's not too late to register, but you gotta move quick. Wait, no, not this Thursday. My bad. No, next week Thursday. No, this Thursday. Yeah, this Thursday. Gotta move quick. Got to move quick. The lower limit of the modal class is 38, most frequent. And the lower limit is 51. 51, limit 51. Boundary would be 50.5. They want limit. Sonia, why are you saying sir like that? I am in standard 4. Can you help me? Sonia, you know nothing to worry about. Your life sweet right now. Sonia, give you a chance now. Sonia, enjoy your holidays now, Sonia. Miss Clark arrange the 15 test scores. You'll come back for them next time. The crash course, you have to check the group in a little later. You have to check the group. It's in the description. Miss Clark arranged 15 test scores of a student in order of size and selected the 8 score for reporting purpose. Which only fall in statistical measure, that's the median. The middle of 15 is 8. 15 plus 1 is 16 divided by 2 is 8. That's the median. That's Q2, the second quartile. N plus 1 divided by 2. 2. So anyways, the median. So the pie chart drawn to scale shows how a student uses 12 hours in studying English, maths, French, geography. The amount of time spent studying maths is approximately a quarter of 12. I'm serious about this. So quarter of 12 is 3. Big pie chart, and again with this easy thing. Anyhow, we can take it. Ducky, what is this scene? I'll let this girl from where is she? Where Ducky, why? Zach means you know Ducky here and later I hear that's Lalita, why Zach is mixing up the people in the class. So 3 hours. Let's keep moving. We nearly finished now, guys. We nearly finished. I think we're going bar for bar here. M's for M's. If the mean of the 4 numbers for 8, all right, this is a strong repeat. The answer is 16. 4 numbers, mean 10, 4 by 10, 40. The missing number, so far, all the other numbers will add 4, 8, and 12 add up to 24. So the missing number is 40 minus 24 would be 16. Or there's another way you can do it as well, but we'll hold on to that for now. I just do that in class like an hour ago. So a respondent is selected at random. What is the probability that the selected respondent of ethnicity P has a positive attitude? What kind of racist test is this? What kind of good thing they didn't say a race here, otherwise here that'd be real laughing in this exam. Only understand what the statistics is. P and R just different ethnic groups and their attitude towards mathematics. Imagine if they had like real ethnicity here, black, white, Negro, Indian thing. El Bacana. Anyhow, so positive, neutral, negative, total. So let me take it back again. What is the probability that the selected respondent of ethnicity P is of ethnicity P? I know I was missing something there. Is, I was missing that word. And has a positive attitude towards mathematics. So what is the chance that you select somebody from P out of the total I think they mean out of the total here. You know? I think they mean out of the total. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah. So let's take it in again. So what's the chance that I select somebody who is ethnicity P and meaning, you know, together with that, has a positive attitude? So that's this right here. But the total in both out of everything is 100. So that's 25 out of 100 is a 0.25. Now, a slight change in the wording would mean something else. Like if it was like a conditional probability idea at math students, given that you select somebody from ethnicity P, what is the chance that they have a positive attitude? That one would have been 25 out of 60. Only the people in ethnicity P is considered. But we consider the whole survey here. And what is the chance that you select this type of person, ethnicity P, and a positive attitude? So number 45, let's go. Which of the following diagrams best illustrates a function? Which one of these is a function? Hey, bless up, Emperor. It's not too late to lock in Josiah. Hey, my Rajiv, well done. Shout out to you. You can get more than 14 paper one, bro. Lock in. Anybody can get more than 14 paper one. No person should be getting under 15 paper one. It means you didn't do the last 10. All in here, what I'm saying, no. Stop. Everybody listen to what I'm saying. Listen. The questions are highly repeated and the ideas are highly repeated. I gave you solutions that you have to go and check on www.kerwinspringer. I don't even feeling to write my whole name, bro. kerwinspringer.com. So you go and check that website, look for the solutions to the paper ones. There's for the paper twos as well. Get your paper ones, practice them up, and you're good to go. Come on, man. It's just laziness if you're scoring under 50. Which are the but I'm saying it's just laziness, but I don't want to write my whole name. Which are the following diagrams best illustrate a function? So a function, what is a function again, man? A function can take one thing and only produce one thing for that. So a function can never take one thing and split it into two. Never ever. So from the time you see a split on this side, you're going through. Splits. You understand? So the only one that here as a function is B. A function could be one-to-one, of course, the desired relationship. You want one-to-one relationships with everybody, understand? One-to-one, me and you, whatever, cool. A function could also be many-to-one. That's allowed. So if you had a situation like this, that's still a function, even though it's split on that side. It's still allowed, but it can never leave one thing and make two things. That's not allowed. Not allowed in function, man. That's called one-to-many. And of course, many-to-many is also not allowed. So we keep on bumping. The point where the straight line crosses the horizontal axis, that's here. That point is called 3 and 0 on the y-a. It's too early for me to give any paper two predictions. I'm doing trends on TikTok. If you're still on TikTok, I'll post it on this too. If you're on the YouTube channel, I'll post it up on the YouTube channel as well. The equation of the straight line AB. Who is AB, right? Up here. Y-intercept is -2. So good. Gradient is positive. So you're wrong. Gradient, every time you go across 1. All right, so I went across 3. But I went up 2/3. C is the answer. C is the answer. Now there's other ways to do this. How else to explain this way? We could substitute points, find the gradient. Yeah, we could find the gradient. We can literally find the gradient. So you all know the formula for gradient. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Let's use some nice points like this is 0, -2. Let's use these 2 points. So we'll call this x1, y1, x2, y2. substituting 0 minus negative 2. Because we already find the y-intercept is negative 2. So if we find the gradient, we'll solve this over, what's doing? 0 minus negative 2 over 3 minus 0. So all of a sudden, we end up with a nice looking 2 to its the gradient. So now we sure is C. We sure that it's C. The coordinates of the maximum point that's up here of the function, blah, 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 is, well, that's clearly 2, 4. 3 marks if you ask me. And the equation of the axis of the symmetry of the quadratic function, more 3 marks, that's this line they're referring to. They split it into the axis of symmetry. That's cutting exactly through 2. All along this line, x is equal to 2. And wouldn't you know that's the equation of the line? X is equal to 2. 3 marks, 48 and 49. We press. 50. If g of x is 7x minus 3, then g inverse of negative 2. There's a few ways to do this. They didn't say g of negative 2, which means you would have just substituted. So if they say g inverse of negative 2, it means we need to equate it. That's the best way to do it. Or you could also substitute these in here and see which one gives you negative 2. The best thing to do is equate it. This is g inverse. So this is like the answer when you get g of x. Written reverse. So you'll write this 7x minus 3 over 5 is equal to negative 2. And you just speedily work through the algebra here. And you get x is equal to, this is negative 10. Yeah, you get negative 1. So negative 7 divided by 7 is negative 1. B. You can check it back now. If I put negative 1 in this, 7 by negative 1 minus 3 over 5, you will get negative 7 minus 3 over 5. That is negative 7 minus 3, negative 10 over 5, which is negative 2, which is that. So g inverse of this will send me back to the x is equal to negative 1. G of negative 1 will send me back to the, I understand? So inverse backward and forward. A parking lot charge $1 plus. Why are we back to consumer arithmetic? I thought I missed you already, or is a function question. A parking lot charges $1 plus 25 cents every hour or part thereof each in which a vehicle is parked. I get that? A function CH that represents the $1 plus. So $1 plus 0.25 times every hour. Why it takes so long for me to understand what's going on there? It's the tiredness. It's the tiredness. So it charges you $1 plus 25 cents times the number of hours. That's the function. So the range of values for this is a highly repeated thing. This is cubed, so negative 8, negative 1, 0, 1 by 1 is 1, 2 by 2 by 2 is 8. But however, negative 2 by negative 2 by negative 2 is negative 8. So when you plug in this domain, the answers for all of them would be the range, and that's there. That's that. Yeah, this is a newish idea. So I like to sprinkle new ideas every now and then. Hint. If the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 4 right angles, then that is certainly a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral interior angles add up to 360 degrees. And then you know there's a rectangle, let's do them kind of thing, rectangles and squares. I'm just watching a parent comment here. Excuse me, a little nasally, but we can live. In the right angle triangle above, which trigonometric ratio is equal to 4/8? So if I'm dealing with x, that would be sine of x. Oh, well, are we getting so lucky? By all A is always the answer, so why? Because this is opposite over hypotenuse. If I did it in y, it will be cos of y, and there's no cos of y here. So sine of x or cos of y. Sukatoa, in case you're wondering where that's from. Sukatoa. If you don't know what we're talking about, oh my god. Oh my gosh. Go and revise. In the triangle, the value of x is, that's trigonometry, the first part, easy parts. In the triangle, the value of x out of these 260 minus, so 180 is all the angles in the triangle. There's 3 marks here if you ask me, and 120, right? Primary school things. The length of MO, it's similar. Similar triangles mean same angles. The ratio of these sides will be equal. So if this went from 3 to 6, MO will go from half of 7 is 3.5. 3.5 to 7. Some of these questions so easy it is higher second guessing your whole self. Also highly repeated, either 2, 5 to 4, 6. So you're going from 2, 5 to 4, 6. Watch what's happening there. 2. So the vector, we're going to add 2. 5 to 6, you add 1. So 2, 1. So the answer is 2, 1. Wait. Always make sure the prime in the right spot. You went from A to A prime. Next thing they put A here and A prime down there is negative, yes? Be careful with these questions. Sometimes they change up a little thing and just hots up your whole head. You ain't gonna like it when you realize afterwards. OA, OBB, and OCC, or OAE prime and OBB prime and OCC prime are straight lines. Okay. ABC is mapped onto blah, 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 enlargement. Once again, watch which way it going and make sure. The prime is the image, the one without the prime is the object. So it went this way. So it's clearly an enlargement. Scale factor 2. If it went the other way, it would be scale factor half, a reduction. If F is 25 meters from E, which is on the diagram, any other thing here? Depression 30, so this means this is also 30. Angle of depression and angle of elevation are alternate angles, and they are the same. Then the distance FG in meters, well, what we're going to use. So most of the time you're dealing with angle of elevation, angle of depression, you're going to use tan, right? Because you're dealing with, unless they include the hypotenuse, which you very rarely do, you're going to be dealing with the opposite and the adjacent side. And what I want is the length of the adjacent side. This is the opposite to this angle, 30. Or maybe they want to use 60, we'll see. So let's see which one of these work. We know it's not this. So which one of these will work? So the tan of 30 is the 25, the opposite over what we want, FG. So if we just do a little cross multiply, we'll see that FG is 25 divided by tan 30, which is this. Correct. That's the answer. If we used 60, then the adjacent will end up on top. So the cross multiply would end up multiplying. So this is also equal to 25 times tan of 60. That's what this is equal to. But we don't have that. Last question. Another highly repeated question. Let's hoping for something new. So in this paper, there were like 4, at the point of this, there were like 4 new ideas. Most of the other ideas were repeated. You understand what I'm saying? So imagine that. Imagine if the same thing happened this year, we have 56 repeated questions and only like 4 new questions. See why I need to practice your multiple choice. Janelle said we finished too fast. Let's do 3 more. As aiming to finish in an hour, estimated height of the building, this is already 1.6. This is 12, so we need a little tan. The tan of 40 is the opposite, that's this piece that we're looking at, over the 12. So the ups is tan 40 by 12. So 12 tan 40. So we want 1.6 plus 12 tan 40, A. Another A. We finish off with an A. How fitting. 1.6 by, just making sure, 12, 10, 40. Yeah, looking proper, looking proper. So we were supposed to talk about how you would plan for the exam and why it's so important to keep doing these multiple choice. Well, paper 1, paper 2, and SBA. If you did SBA is a free 20%. So if you didn't get 20% in SBA, you're all because it's free. It's free marks. Just talk to the teacher and make sure you fix it up. At least 18%, bro. But 20%, I need. Paper 1 is 30% of all your marks. And I just showed you 55 questions repeat. You practice, you use more solutions from KevinSpringer.com. Why are you not getting 55? Why? You just need to practice. Even if they change up some of the ideas and the numbers, you're getting through. You're getting over 50. Under 50 is unacceptable. But let's say 55. Let's say 55. So let's say out of this, you collect 28% or so. Out of this, 20% or so. Maybe 19, maybe 18. Paper 2 is the next 50% of the paper. And I've shown you all on YouTube many ways how to pass this paper. Which questions to study, which questions give the most amount of bang for buck. And you can see, those of you all still on TikTok, I have some videos on that day as well. I have videos on YouTube about it, how to help me pass maths and all of that. So there's no reason why you shouldn't get 25% here. You study well before the exam. I'm not just saying this and I sound like I'm a teacher, but I'm saying this with the knowledge of many students being in your position before. Add up all of this, and how much you're going to get, people? Maths. At least 60. Look, we already 2, 2, 2. That's 60. And then 5 and 8. We are how much? We are 73. 73% we really on. That's possibly 1. A 2 for sure. It can't be worse than a 2. A high 2. Let's say you lose a little more marks in the SBA. Don't lose any more marks in the paper 1. So a lot of people use this strategy to pass maths. Private candidates have it a little different because if you have to do the paper 3 is the hardest exam in CSEC to get marks most times. You have to get them 20% is be hard to come by. So it's be a little different. Private candidates have to put in a little more work in studying. Which is why if you're a school student watching this, why squander the opportunity and fail maths right now? You have the SBA that you could bank on that was like free marks. Come on, people. And so ends another day in the life of KevinSpringer. So ends another day in your life. So well, actually, all your day now begin. You're supposed to be picking up more work after this. But I hope this inspires you to go and do some more multiple choice. Love and blessings, everybody. We're going to pull up the handbrakes right here. I should be back maybe tomorrow late night. I might pop on and see who's here. Who's ready to hit a little study. But late. Because I have things to do tomorrow. Wednesday, may pop on late too. Who knows? Late night with Uncle Springs. Love and blessings, everybody. Press like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you are on.